So, have you ever been walking outside and your stomach gives you the rumblies that can only be subsided by some premium chicken nuggets? I know I have. And I also know that there are just too many options nowadays to choose from. And that is why I am here today, to help you differ between the haves and the have-nots. The premium cuts and the little disgusting, gross, muck-flavored chicken nuggets that you would get from anywhere else. And to help you know the difference between the real restaurants and the fast food crap that you should never pay for, I'm going to take myself and my friend Troy, who's going to help me with the endeavor, to help you figure out what is the right option for you. So, today we're going to be choosing from 4 different restaurants. It was originally going to be 5 restaurants. However, Burger King recently closed down near me and it was a whole issue. So now there's 4. The 4 restaurants that we are going to be choosing from are Wendy's, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., and Jack in the Box. And we're going to be choosing between those 4 restaurants, and we're going to be judging them based off of 3 specific areas. It's going to be in taste, texture, and cost or value. And we will also be trying each chicken nugget with and without sauce. However, that factor will not play in as heavily as any of the other ones, as I think a chicken nugget should be extremely delicious both with and without sauce. So I just had one more thing that I accidentally had to address while recording all of these videos with my friend Troy. The eating portions of us eating both Wendy's and us eating Jack in the Box got corrupted. But to summarize both of those, me and Troy absolutely loved Wendy's. It was super, super good. It was great with and without sauce. The texture was amazing, and it was very cost effective. Now for Jack in the Box, it was the complete opposite of the spectrum. Jack in the Box was terrible with and without the sauce. It wasn't worth the price at all, even though that it wasn't necessarily as expensive as some of the other ones. And generally the amount of chicken nuggets that you got, it just wasn't a good time. While Wendy's was super far up really well on the spectrum, Jack in the Box was actually really, really low. And here we have our lovely assortment of chicken McNuggets. First we have Wendy's, then Carl's Jr., then we have the one from McDonald's, and the one from Jack in the Box. And I have my lovely assistant Troy in the back. Troy, can you please come? That will help me eat all of them, because I'm a petite little boy, and I would not be able to eat all of these by myself. And next we have the Jack in the Box chicken tenders, not chicken nuggets, because apparently they did not contain any chicken nuggets at Jack in the Box, but it has similar textures, so we're going to see how it compares to the other contenders.
It's more chicken.
That's good. It is more chicken. What's funny is that this one's shaped like it's going to stab the back of my throat, and yet the Jack in the Box one did, and this didn't.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like there's a lot of breading, but it's just chicken. Like on the inside, and just like a small layer of breading instead. Alright, so now me and Troy are going to be trying the Jack in the Box chicken tenders with our respected sauces. So obviously for me, the sweet and sour, and for Troy, the barbecue Wendy's sauce. It made it chewier. I didn't know it was possible. No, you're actually right, yeah.
It made it chewier. The sauce, I think, it's good, but like, I actually prefer it without the sauce. Because it made, at least for me, it made it like, the texture's weird, and so it was actually, it took more chews to get it down my throat. That's weird. Interesting.
It like, sorry, has seasoning. Adding sauce on top of it kind of didn't mix well.
Yeah. And now for our last and final contender, we have McDonald's. So me and Troy are going to first obviously try it without the sauce. Then we're going to try it with my sweet and sour and Troy's barbecue. I like the bit of crunch. I like it. There's a good amount of crunch. Very soft, easy to chew.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like these as much.
Really? I love these.
I think it's actually so. If you like look at it,
There's like the stigma.
no, there's like a little air bubble in between the breading and the chicken, and like.
I really like it, honestly.
Like, it's good.
I think it might be like for you is like the stigma around it is what made them so good. And now me and Troy are gonna be trying the chicken McNuggets from McDonald's with the sauces. See if they hold up to what we remember from our childhood.
Is it a sin to like dip one company's chicken, to another company's sauce?
I
know, but I'm just reflecting on my life choices now.
I do. This is so. I love this. This is great. This is so good, just how I remember.
It makes it better.
Oh, it does. Yeah. I think sauces for the most part do make them better, except for Jack in the Box. I preferred. Sorry, Carl's Jr. Sorry, Carl's Jr.
Or the tangy version.
That was good. Good. So we have now tried all 4 of our chicken McNuggets, and so now we're going to be going into the back and deliberating on which one we think deserves the top spot. So after careful deliberation and consideration from both me and Troy, we have figured out the final rankings for our restaurants. So of course we're going to be working from ascending order, which means least to best. And at number 4, we have Jack in the Box. Now, to describe Jack in the Box in the nicest way possible would be that it was horrendous. It was so bad. It wasn't worth the price, which, by the way, for a 10-piece chicken nuggets is only $3.09, which isn't that bad. Price-wise, it's quite affordable. But the chicken nuggets taste awful. The texture is dry and it scrapes the back of your throat when you eat it. And not only that, it doesn't even taste that good with the sauce, which you would need to coat on to fix the dryness. And the taste is very, very, very bland. Now, on to number 3, we have Carl's Jr. Now, admittingly, Carl's Jr. isn't that bad. In fact, Carl's Jr. actually tasted pretty well for chicken strips rather than chicken nuggets, as we sadly could not get chicken stars that day. And honestly, even for the chicken strips, it really wasn't all that expensive. I mean, from my recollection, it only costed about $5 and I believe 23 cents to get the 5 chicken strips, which admittingly is actually quite cheap. And now those chicken strips actually were surprisingly very tasty with and without the sauce. And I even said to my friend Troy that it was better even without the sauce. They were very, very, very tasty and very, very good. It was just a little bit pricey, right, for the 5, admittingly. And not only that, I guess just the texture, because they're chicken strips, it really just doesn't match up. Now for number 2, we have McDonald's. Now, surprisingly, originally when I made this list, I thought that McDonald's was going to be number 1, as McDonald's, from since I was a little kid, was my very favorite chicken place. However, the chicken nuggets are overpriced as heck. We got the 4-piece chicken nuggets, and it was like $4.29 for the chicken nuggets, which admittingly is ridiculous. And the 10-piece isn't any better. You want to get the 20-piece? Sure, it's still going to be super expensive, especially if you're getting other items there. Now, if you're taking into account, right, the fact that the taste and texture is phenomenal. The taste and texture of McDonald's is great. It has a nice taste, and admittingly, the texture, while it may have a little pocket of air inside of there, which may throw off a few people when they eat it, it's actually very soft, very chewy, and something I definitely recommend. However, it could not beat the number 1 spot, which of course is Wendy's. Not only were Wendy's chicken nuggets super duper cheap, ranging as for 6-piece chicken nuggets for $2.19, so admittingly 12-piece chicken nuggets for about $4, and what I can see is around 38 cents, which is very, very, very cheap comparing to the other stuff. It is also extremely tasty, as they are super duper nice with the texture, as it is very soft and very chewy, and the taste is phenomenal. It really just melts in your mouth and it tastes really, really, really great. And honestly, I had so much fun making this video. I had a lot more fun than I thought I would. While recording, even though the 2 files got corrupted, me and Troy were able to have a ton of fun eating chicken nuggets and hanging out the day together. And I'm hoping that from this video, I was able to help you guys determine what the best chicken nuggets are for you to buy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.